Hello, welcome back to a chapter a day and happy 4th of July Independence for America. Hey, moving right along, 248 years, not that old, but been a blessed nation, honestly. And that's why a lot of people are coming in, and from what I'm seeing, things might change. I know I came from outside of the United States. I was not born here, but trust me, that's how America started, with people not being born here but coming in from outside and making it into the nation it is today. With God's permission, America would not even have existed without God, first and foremost. And it was also prophesied long before it even came into existence. So America is a nation that God has allowed. So, just saying, when people think that the world is just spinning and God is just sitting up there playing a harp or something, God is looking on at everything God has already planned, orchestrated, and what is happening is what God has allowed. So, until more of that later. But for today, we will be reading Deuteronomy chapter 18. So let's see what more Moses has to tell these people of Israel before he departs from them. The priests, the Levites, and all the tribe of Levi shall have no part nor inheritance with Israel. They shall eat the offerings of the Lord made by fire and his inheritance. Therefore shall they have no inheritance among their brethren. The Lord is their inheritance, as he hath said unto them. And this shall be the priest's due from the people, from them that offer a sacrifice, whether it be ox or sheep. And they shall give unto the priest the shoulder, and the 2 cheeks, and the maw. The first fruit also of thy corn, of thy wine, and of thine oil, and the first of the fleece of thy sheep shalt thou give him. For the Lord thy God has chosen him out of all thy tribes to stand to minister in the name of the Lord, him and his sons forever. And if a Levite come from any of thy gates out of all Israel, where he sojourned, and come with all the desire of his mind unto the place which the Lord shall choose, then he shall minister in the name of the Lord his God, as all his brethren the Levites do, which stand there before the Lord. They shall have like portions to eat, beside that which cometh of the sale of his patrimony. When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. And because of these abominations, the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God. For these nations which thou shalt possess hearken unto observers of times, and unto diviners. But as for thee, the Lord thy God hath not suffered thee so to do. The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him you shall hearken, according to all that thou desirest of the Lord thy God in Horeb, in the day of the assembly, saying, Let me not hear again the voice of the Lord my God, neither let me see this great fire any more, that I die not. And the Lord said unto me, They have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. And if thou say in thine heart, How shall we know the word which the Lord hath not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord had not spoken. But the prophet has spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him. Wow, that's the end of chapter 18. So, Moses is telling them, remember, the priests, the Levites, do not have an inheritance like the rest of the tribes of Israel. They were chosen by God specifically for taking care of the services of the tabernacle. So they were to be given whatever lot that they were supposed to have, whatever their meals and their clothing and their living spaces, everything was to be given them from the other tribes. It's like us today when we are supposed to help to finance the congregation or the denomination from which or with which we associate or assemble. It is to keep it up every week. If you go to that place, or however often, or if you join them online, that is where you get your spiritual nourishment. Just like the Levites were there to just to administer to the people of Israel spiritually, then that's how you support. That's who you support. So that's what God was reminding them of. You have to take care of the priests and the Levites. No dealing with evil. No diviners, necromancers, all the words that they have for people who deal with the devil. That's all it is. Whatever they want to call themselves, wizards and witches, enchanters and diviners, reading your palms, that is all dealing is satanically. Don't do that. You will be cut off. And I would remind everyone, when this nation first started, early on, they would deal very severely with people who were suspected. A lot of times it went overboard because a lot of people were, you know, kind of ratted out, saying that they were doing divining or witchcraft, whatever that they weren't doing. But they took it very seriously. I think some of them kind of just went, you know, for revenge sometimes on some people that they didn't like or had some grievance against. But truthfully, they did not tolerate witchcraft in America in the early days. Okay, and a lot of people lost their lives because of that, whether it was justly or unjustly. So that's where they got it from. Honestly, remember, America was founded on religious freedom. They wanted their own religious freedom, their own way to worship. That was the original. Now, maybe religion is now being just tolerated, and Christianity even more so. But in any event, God has raised up America, and God is in control of this entire country and this entire world. Whatever takes place, God is in control, and I know that for a fact. So we can think that the world is just spinning and we are the ones in control, climate control, we got to do this, we got to do that. No matter what we do, God is still in control. So that's the end of our reading for today. And until our next reading, remember, faith comes by hearing God's word. Happy 4th of July again. Have a great day.